light.
Yeah, they've been talking about that. The airship has been giving them traffic conditions, which has been light, and at times the airship has said non-existent. Now, this is a blue Honda Civic. Even when it's been on surface streets, it's been following the rules of the road. The airship even made a point to let the CHP officers and the sergeant that is in charge of the chase know that the guy was not running red lights. It wasn't until they got on the freeway that they ran a red light to try to get onto the freeway. And I think Dez is getting a little bit closer now. Dez, you with us?
Desmond Shaw.
Yes, I am with you here as we are eastbound on the 91 and our speedometer trying to kind of calibrate here. It's kind of confusing if we're going 75 or
where else
90
would we
miles an
rather
hour.
be
The closer we get,
than
it
Downey
should
Norwalk?
start to kind of get its sense about it here. But definitely at some freeway speeds. I think we are seeing kind of faster speeds than we had heard about earlier in this pursuit. But like Mike said, we've just kind of been going back and forth on the 91. We got about as far west as we did earlier at Long Beach Boulevard and then exited the freeway and just got right back on the 91. So, and there's kind of been the back and forth with sheriffs and CHP. If they had wanted to give it over to sheriffs, but then he got off the freeway, but then he kind of sustained back on the freeway. So now we have CHP in pursuit. The stolen, it is a blue Toyota Camry right here. And the two helicopters overhead right now, it's been LA County Sheriff's deputies, but also the historically famous Sky Knight, the first aerial police surveillance division in the country.
What?
They are up there right now. They work with Lakewood primarily, but they are the ones that started this.
Did you guys hear that?
They got their other more newer helicopter overhead, I should say, the LA County Sheriff's deputies proper that is up there.
There's
so
a new
two
helicopter,
helicopters on this one
a new
from the
helicopter
air
above this
and
chase.
quite a
It's
few
a brand
CHP
new,
units as well.
LAPD
We'll see if
Lakewood
CHP
division.
kind of
That's
has the
Lakewood
heart to
is
stick
Downey
with this
Norwalk.
one now, since
If
it
you
is a
look at the
stolen
top of
vehicle
your
and it's
screen
getting
right
off the
now,
freeway.
what
And,
else?
you know,
Of course, it's
sometimes
Downey
they
Norwalk.
stick with it, sometimes they don't. But well, let's
They
see.
have a
Maybe
brand new airship
maybe
overhead that
come up
has
with
new
a maneuver or
technology.
something
That's
here.
what we
Let's
just
see.
heard from Desmond Shaw.
And just like you were saying, Mike and Desmond, we're looking at it right here, going at freeway speeds, not going at any
September 11th.
basic crazy speeds at all, just getting off the freeway here, which of course we're going to see what's going to happen next.
Yeah, and as we come into the underpass here, so the Sky Knight, as Desmond was mentioning, is a contract helicopter that is primarily for Lakewood. The city of Lakewood actually pays for it. It is operated by the Sheriff's Department, but it is dedicated to Lakewood. They're the ones that picked this up, and then they handed it off to, I want to say regular Aero, but you know, they're more larger Airstar helicopter, or A-Star helicopters that are there. Really, right now, there are 3 of them. They're left to transition one of them out here, I believe.
Sorry about that. I forgot to switch my microphone.
2 miles an hour. We're really not going.
You can hear me now, though.
Anything too crazy
Okay.
here. And as I mentioned earlier, he's been stopping at red lights. We'll see if he does that here or what his kind of move is.
If you guys just joining us, we're in Downey Norwalk, silver Dodge Charger. There's a brand new airship overhead. Oh, they're going for a box in. No, sir, not in Downey Norwalk. And we continue on off the 91.
It's something kind of newer. I feel like we've been seeing a little bit more often from.
Okay, so let's reset here. Sheriff's Department, I think it's Sheriff's Department overhead, has a brand new airship with new police chasing technology, which Desmond Shaw alluded to at the beginning of the broadcast. We've been going back and forth on the 91 freeway, 10:29 p.m. Pacific time, Downey Norwalk, because all roads lead to Downey. Boogity, boogity, boogity! Just in case you didn't hear me the first time, let's go chasing here on Thursday, September 11th. This is quite the birthday present, I would so say. Got ourselves a little chase right before 38 years on this planet begins. It's very easy to remember my birthday because it's the worst date on the calendar. 1 in 365 chance. Who would have thought? Appreciate it, everybody. We are still chasing a blue Dodge Charger. Pioneer Boulevard, the beautiful part of Downey, Norwalk, California.
Just give this up, but they continue here, just kind of rolling along northbound Pioneer Boulevard. So
thank you, everybody. So kind.
Yeah, south of Norwalk right now.
Good birthday present, indeed. As we continue on, they attempted a box in.
Often see, and the CHP really right behind that driver, and it was a little bit tricky there where they tried to do that maneuver because there were other cars.
I am not in vacation. I'm in, well, technically, I'm in Las Vegas at the moment.
On the freeway either, but at that particular
at my
moment,
place
there
in
were some
Vegas.
cars that
And while they couldn't box
But the
it
chase
in,
life has chosen me.
There was more than one
Right, and
person
we
in the
actually
car, right?
did hear that there were believed to be 2 people
Oh, 2
inside the
people,
car. So we've got the
okay.
driver and at least one.
Was I going to keep this from you guys? No.
Take advantage of these low speeds. I mean, these are ideal speeds to do.
My real followers have all DM'd me all day.
Heard them be denied or anything.
They know my birthday. See, look, Gigi even showed up for this one. What's up, Gigi? Good to see you. Here's a replay of the missed pit maneuver before.
So it's really close to box him in, just maybe a second too later, showed the cards and didn't kind of make that move to really box him in. But I mean, we're down to like 19, 20 miles an hour, which is also always so fascinating to me because it's not a person who is
making a little bit of a U-turn as we can do. This is a perfect opportunity for a pit maneuver, playing a little duck, duck, goose here with the, I assume is it LAPD or LA Sheriff's Department? Those look like PDs.
Kind of what we've been doing all night. We are in the really kind of the Norwalk area, which is actually kind of a newer spot.
Downey Norwalk.
Forgive me, actually, they have been here before. I'm looking at the trail of the helicopter. So they've kind of been sticking to the same kind of areas. We'll see if they'll come back to the 91 and go back on the 91 again. That's what they
It is my birthday. Thank you, RJ Nelson. I was just watching The Office before. Oh, they're going for a pit maneuver here. Lining up for a pit maneuver. Pit certified LAPD vehicle there with the cage in front. Oh, pit maneuver coming. Really, really lurking.
Back up a little bit, maybe a little privy to what CHP was trying to accomplish there.
That median also makes it tough too.
I do have to say, I mean,
It's in this person's best interest to either pick up the speed or stay in traffic. So this, because as we go through the intersection, we're going to see this Lakewood officer go for a pit maneuver here at some point. We're in perfect prime condition for a pit maneuver, usually between 30 and 50 miles an hour is the preferred speed, because at those speeds it will stall the engine.
They don't want to have to deal with any insurance issues or extra paperwork on something. So it's really always kind of a touch and go decision if they're going to do it or not.
He was lining up for it.
Back around again. I mean, this guy's just kind of
Just taking laps.
Like he's almost just like
You guys know what happens when you stay in the same area, sets up spike strips, and here comes the officer, but that suspect is hitting the gas. Every time they hit the gas and go for it, the suspect hits it as well. It's almost as if he's tempting him, but no, we hit the gas, we're back up to 55 miles an hour.
Just kind of this annoying, cat and mouse game. Yeah, so
playing a little Tom and Jerry tonight.
A pretty major thoroughfare here in the Norwalk Downey kind of Paramount area.
He brakes, he lets him get close. This is going to be a pit. What the? Drifting, rips the bumper off of that Dodge Charger. Of course, we're parked under an Arco overhang. Look at that innocent pedestrian just standing there in a Dodgers hat. Now this guy's getting out. He's out of the vehicle. Now what? Guns are pointed. The bumper is hanging off that Dodge Charger.
You see his feet right there.
Yeah, the driver is out. And let's just come back, actually.
Looks like he's doing Patrick Starfish.
If it's not a tree, it is a gas station awning that gets in our way here. So
Pursuit awning. And now he's facing the officer as he rolls around.
What's he up to?
Yeah, it seemed like he was getting down on the ground, and now we've got trees and an awning in the way, but it seemed like he was down on the ground.
Pursuit tree, pursuit awning.
Less lethal as we come around, but yeah, it didn't even take a successful pit. I mean, I guess any pit that gets a suspect to stop is successful, but it just barely kind of...
the chase last night was very quick, but perfect pit maneuver if you guys want to see it.
And so, there we go. Looks like he is gonna
Hands are up. Pulling his shirt up to show he doesn't have any weapons. And now we're not going to be able to see it because we came around the entire gas station.
Maybe we'll hold this angle to see if there is indeed another person inside it. Don't see anyone in the passenger seat, but maybe someone in the...
Going to be code 4 here shortly, people.
Just from what we could see when we were blocked by the awning, it looked like someone was getting down on the ground before. We just saw the feet there. But yeah, you wonder where the other person is.
They need to clear the vehicle before we're code 4.
I think that was the driver that we saw the whole time. They got down and then back up and then decided to cooperate. Looks like maybe they may have dropped their cell phone or something right there. But they had thought...
A little Tom and Jerry Duck Duck Goose chase for about, 8 minutes? It's almost as if he was wanting to get pit because they just... They drifted him into this gas station. That was a pit maneuver. That wasn't necessarily effective.
And they're not even coming in with a shield. I mean, they've got their lethal and less lethal, but they're coming in to clear the vehicle very, very quickly here.
Those are not less than lethal guns, by the way.
Well,
Code 4? Put those 4 fingers up in the sky.
the one.
Put those 4 fingers up. There it
Check the
is.
trunk just
Oh,
to make sure
once we clear the trunk,
nothing's in there.
wait for the 4
Looks
fingers.
like we've got code 4. now,
Code 4.
relaxed stance, and that's it. So I guess it turns out
Drop
there
your
was a
4s in the
wall.
chat. We are Code 4
There's something
here
on the other side of
on
the
this
mountain.
Downey Norwalk
Regardless,
chase.
the pursuit is over here, and we are off of Pioneer and Lomont Street in the Downey Norwalk.
We can see the suspect.
About time we got a
That's all right.
suspect.
Mike and Desmond, thank you very much.
Okay, let's switch gears now and check in with Danny
Okay.
in the next weather sphere.
Whoa, it's our friend. Wait, we gotta watch the weather from the last chase.
That's exactly right. It has been so lovely out there. I just want to put these.
What was her last name? Denny what?
I don't know about you, but it's been so lovely here in Southern California.
You guys asked the other night. You wanted to watch the weather report?
80s out there.
Here's your weather.
Beautiful day here in Southern California. Temperature is running about 6 to 12 degrees cooler than average in some areas.
This is why we live in LA, by the way. This is what the weather girls look like, and this is what the weather is every day. 77 degrees. Perfect. Not a cloud in the sky.
Not just for your Friday, but also your weekend. Let me walk you
All day, every day.
Warming is going to start up
So, slight warming. Slight warming. Oh no. Anybody seen Triumph? His Hawaii? Light winds. Armageddon for Hawaii.
today. Still below average for this time of the year, upper 70s in Los Angeles and Orange counties, and then we're going to hit 80 on Sunday. Typically, we're in the mid-
Always watch the weather report. There's a reason why they wait to do the weather until the end of each newscast here in Los Angeles, because everyone's weather girls look like this.
out there. It's going to feel like today a degree or two warmer in some spots. 76 in downtown, 84 in San Bernardino.
Look how perfect it is. Beautiful. That's why we pay taxes. Okay, so anyway, is this Brazil? Before you guys go, I can show you the. So there was a chase. There was a 60-second chase last night. It wasn't worth going live for, but if you want to watch the ending, I got you. Here it is. Here it is. It's a quickie. It's a quickie. It's a perfect pit, though. Whenever I know we joke a lot about the perfect pit. No, this is a perfect pit. Perfectly executed pit maneuver you're about to witness. I know it's no spoilers, but I figure it's okay since it's only like a 60-second chase.
As we just heard on the Sean radio. Now remember, Sheriff's Department's a little bit different. Not every deputy is pit certified. Remember, for many, 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 many years, the Sheriff's Department by policy did not do pit maneuvers at all, period, no matter what. That policy changed, and then they're certifying deputies to do pit maneuvers. So not all deputies can do it, but it does sound like there is one that is at least available to do it. Now, this all started as what they call Code 9, which is their version of essentially a following. It's a pre-stop coordination where they ran the plate, it came back stolen. They got all their ducks in a row, got all the deputies, got the helicopter, and then tried to pull it over, and he took off.
That's a
During that
very
time,
unique
when they were
Dodge
going
Charger,
in,
by
they
the
were
way.
Following, they were actually following all the rules of the road. They were stopping at stop signs. They were doing everything.
Okay, we're setting up for something here.
And they just didn't stop. And even right now, I mean, we're only rolling.
Here it is. Look at this pit maneuver. You guys ready for this? He's trying to speed away, lining up the back right quarter panel. Dig those. Boom! Wreck. Spin him around. Shoot that trunk out. Stall the engine. How perfect is that pit maneuver? You guys want to see a replay? Because that's fucking perfection. Look at him line it up. Line it up, get to the back right quarter panel, spin it out, not too fast, avoid the telephone pole, no pedestrians around. That, my friends, is a perfect pit maneuver. Big fundies, big fundamentals on that pit, and then you follow through. You always drive right through it.
It looks like that spare wheel. Yeah, that spare wheel that Rob was talking about.
And no property damage. And then instantly we're hands up because that engine is stalled. We have seen if you have a stalled engine, you can wait it out though.
Yeah, they definitely don't want anything to do with this, it looks like. And the driver looks like, I think you can see their hands out the window as well. Yeah, right up in there you can see. So, sometimes that's all it takes. I mean...
Oh, isn't that a cute little pin chat ranger? Appreciate you.
We see him give up stolen vehicle pursuits, but this was not one of them. They decided to take this one, and they had a great opportunity.
38 years and counting, all of which feels like it was spent on Twitter.
That fence right there, but we've got hands out the window, and hopefully we'll see them surrendering shortly.
I was gonna say, Mike, if there is any
All right.
damage there
So anyways,
to the fencing or to the...
We'll just fast forward here because eventually it's just a basic arrest. And this one's code 4. But I just wanted to show you that because it was so quick, obviously. Unless you were live within 15 seconds, you would have missed the pit maneuver, so decided not to go live. But on that note, I think that's going to do it for this episode. We actually have an arrest for the first time in a long time. I can't believe I forgot to switch my microphone back. It's all right, I got the right one working now. Appreciate it, friends. Happy birthday indeed. It's always weird celebrating on 9/11, but I just kind of blend in. A day of tennis, pool, dinner. It's kind of what you do with 38. Very enjoyable amongst family and friends. Any questions in the chat before we go? Yep, talked about the whole Kawhi thing for 2 hours today, so I don't feel the need to repeat myself. Be back on the air with Antonio tomorrow for a full 3-hour show. Sapphire's still open. Does Sapphire ever close? I did, Alec. What was it, Arizona? Arizona. Where did they do that? There's a grappler. Was it Michigan or something? There's a grappler. I think it was Michigan. If these officers so much as make contact, bumper to fender on a chase suspect, the grappler latches on, and then they drag it to a stop, pretty much. I wonder when it's going to make its entrance into the Los Angeles County scene. Can I have your dog? Says, I hope the Pels have a good season for Antonio. Me too. Lord knows he doesn't need another 8 months of traveling the country for that shitty team last year. Boy, does that job wear on you when you have to get on a plane for like a second leg of a road back-to-back on a team that's 50 games under 500. Woof. Me too. So the info on the chopper was at the beginning of the stream. Desmond was alluding to sheriff's or LAPD department, I think. It's a big difference. I don't know if it's sheriff's department or police department in Lakewood, the Lakewood division, which is down in Norwalk. They have a new chopper with high technology. It could be bad for the chase economy, C-Talbot. You're right. It could be. It may just end chases altogether. I love when Antonio and Joel Myers talk about lottery tickets during the game. Joel is such a character, man. He's got restaurant and wine recommendations for every city in the United States. That man is an encyclopedia. No, I did not have birthday spaghetti with meat sauce. My mom made me ribs and couscous, and it was delicious. Yeah, we need big chase money. Lobbying money to prevent the grapplers from entering Los Angeles because it's all but stop chases. It'll end chases within seconds, minutes. Bill, that would probably be the biggest stream I've ever done. If somehow that suspect gets involved in a police chase, yeah. I was thinking the biggest thing that can happen is, how do you replicate OJ? It needs to be a famous figure, but also notoriety still applies. So if, I don't know, LeBron, Messi, those type of names were involved in police chases. But also what added to that was OJ was accused of murder at the time. It was just so many factors, plus the middle of the 90s, coming off the Rodney King riots too. Just, I think in the previous decade, it was the perfect storm. But I would say, if that guy gets involved in a police chase at some point, that would be, the whole world would be watching that. Yeah. Diddy. Yeah. If Diddy was in a police chase, that would be close. Too Much Sauce says, happy birthday. Appreciate you. I saw the OJ Bronco on the freeway. Wow. Nicely done. There were so many people out on those overpasses waiting for him to drive by. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people. Stepmom's work trip, we all went to Los Angeles. Well, how does it feel to have witnessed history? One of the most shocking cultural moments of our lifetime. That's why being alive for the 90s and early 2000s was just fucking wild, man. What a time. Wish I could go back and do it again. That was the original clout chase, yeah? The OG. $707 in the chat says the OJ chase was the first time I ever dipped at 14 years old. I made people do a lot of weird shit, man. Yeah, we're just chilling, Bones. It's code 4. He got sort of pit maneuvered into a gas station and surrendered. No poker, Gigi. I don't think I play enough poker. I'm trying to make it back through sports, and sports is kind of not going well either. Got to turn the faucet off. Go to the poker hospital for a little bit. But I would love to play some PLO Rock. I don't really play much Hold'em anymore. It's too boring. Appreciate it, buddy. Wix 87. Do I only play singles? I just started getting back into tennis today, as a matter of fact, because my injury has kept me out. My pectoral major strain kept me out the last 5 weeks. Did I get anything cool for my birthday? No, just the presence of my loved ones. I won you money for picking Miami college football last year. What do you mean? They didn't even make the playoff. I guess one game in particular. Did I hear from Skip? Of course. He called me direct. Skip E. Doodles. All right, friends. I think this is a good time to say goodnight. I'll put the VOD up for replay for those of you that missed it. It's a natural evolution of a poker player, GG. You play enough Hold'em, and then you realize this shit's boring. Let's play some PLO. Thinking about Arizona tomorrow, yeah. I'm not quite sure, but appreciate you, Gabe. All right, friends. How old am I? 42, 43? I wish I was a boomer. My life is lived like a boomer nowadays, but I'm unfortunately only 38. Keep my youth about me, but I do live like a boomer now. All right, friends, I am going to dip out, but it's been a pleasure. Thank you for the wonderful wishes, and I will see you next time that there is a chase. Deuces.